Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super speculation theory video. Now, I honestly just don't do a whole lot of these. I mean, obviously I do a lot of speculation theories, but not necessarily on the intros. I did one way back in the day when we had, I guess I do it for every single one, really. I did for the tournament, and I did it kind of a little bit for the Future Trunks arc. But anyway, I am once again joined by a very, very special guest. You guys probably do know him. You probably subbed to him right now.
Well, hello there.
What's up, man? How are you? It's been a long time.
I am excited. I just literally, last night I watched the intro maybe like 10 times, trying to dig into every little piece of evidence or, what we can expect in this upcoming arc. But I'm excited for this arc. I'm super hyped.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Look, I'm really, really glad that if at any point they decided that they wanted to change the intro and give us something completely new instead of just adding like bits and pieces and scenes and stuff, this is the perfect time to do it. Like, This is super hype.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's something that we noticed going into this particular new intro that just seems really weird. And it deals mostly with what apparently seemingly is the Clown God of Destruction's team. Now, if you go and you look at that, you see this like little bug guy who, if you've been following Twitter over the last couple of days, a lot of people comparing him to the announcer in the last tournament and to Goma.
I would like to just toss out there real fast, since I'm watching Lost right now, he looks like Ben. They both have the same giant eyes.
Okay, I can kind of see that. Not really, but yeah. For anyone who's Lost fan, go down #Lost, like #Lost fan or something. I don't know. You're always way too behind on shows, man.
I'm super behind.
Ended like a decade ago. Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Anyway, so one thing I did notice about these guys, I wanted to talk about this first, is does it seem like we know that this is probably very most likely the Clown God of Destruction just based off of the original trailer for this upcoming arc that we got, and how they showed the guy in black who had the white gloves and the kind of purplish whitish mouth, and we didn't get to see much more of them but the upcoming preview for the next episode, they put more robes on him. They completely covered him up. You can't see the gloves, you can't see the mouth or anything. But just taking that from what we saw with the original trailer and taking this intro, it looks like this guy's the new hit. This guy's the new guy to look out, the new big rival. Right. And I mean, just given that, he's probably on the clown team. And another thing we noticed is that these guys are wearing tracksuits. Like, what would you say these are?
Special jumpsuits, team shirts. Let's call it team shirts because it sounds funnier.
It's like they're on point, man. They have a nice little team shirt situation right here.
Yeah.
But
in fact, I don't know if you saw, but I'll send you the link. I got a better highlighted version of those pictures, which shows you a better look at all the characters. So I'll send that to you so you can toss it into the video.
Oh yeah, thank you. So everyone who's watching this, they're seeing that right now.
Yep.
And then there's two more things I really want to discuss on this. Like, we have like opposing views on this, but first of all, let's talk about the one that really stands out. Is why is there a BEERUS character on this team? He has the same like team shirt. He's with the guy in the black. He's with this guy with the huge mustache. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you think that this guy is a BEERUS character? I've heard a lot of people say that he's a bunny. I'm like I'm tossing it up. I think they're just gonna throw it down. He's a bunny, honestly.
I think he's a BEERUS character. Just because he has the design is way too close to it. I see the whole idea, it's just basically a bunny, which a lot of people have pointed out on social media. But honestly, to me, it just looks like another version of the BEERUS cat race thing. It just, the ears are bigger, a lot bigger. And we saw two different, characters in that race so far. BEERUS and Champa, obviously. Champa is wider. BEERUS is like slender. And now we have one that's kind of more goofier with the larger ears. It's very possible that this is that same race. Now, the question is it a God race? I don't think it is. I think when it comes down to Gods of Destruction, you're kind of like chosen and picked into that position. Similar to how like the Kaioshin, train other Kaioshin to become, the next Kaioshin. Mm-hmm. I feel like with the God of Destruction side, I feel like whoever wants to be God of Destruction can go through whatever process it is out there, but she's not necessarily born into it. With that said, I don't think this is a God, but I think it's definitely the same race. It just, BEERUS and Champa, I feel like we're just chosen to be gods of destruction, not necessarily a race. I want to kind of point it out there because people in the past have pointed out, theorized that there is a god race, but it's not really a race. Just you get picked for it. The Kaioshin, they're born in trees, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say about that, and going into that, it's not that I disagree with that, but I just have to throw it up there. Like, why is he in a different universe? I mean, what makes BEERUS and GIRL so special that they either they traversed universes, or maybe the Daishinkan or someone stole them? I mean, maybe their father was from. Like, what if they're not a god race or anything? Like, why would he possibly be in the wrong race?
I would not be surprised if they are from a different universe, just due to the fact that both Champa and BEERUS are in different universes. Mm-hmm. If they come out and say, "Oh yeah, I was born in universe, it's 8 or whatever," then it's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." They're both from universe 8. They just, again, like when you get picked to be a god of destruction, you get picked, you get chosen for it, you get trained for it. Whatever the process you go through to become that god of destruction. You go through this like vigorous test, and then you get kind of like chosen which universe to represent. Whereas the Kaioshin, they're just born in. This is weird. They get born from a tree, then they get trained for a very, very long time, and then they kind of take over and become the next Kaioshin.
Their team making
that universe.
Their team making situation is just thousands of years long, I guess.
Yeah,
it's only one step in the greater good of making great tea. And
if you make tea for 1,000 years for one person, I can see why someone can go crazy and just pull a Zamasu.
But yeah, like I completely agree. Honestly, like I don't know. I do like that idea though. I do like that idea of whether or not it's actually going to be like, okay, well, maybe there is kind of a hierarchy or some kind of big training situation in which they have to pick gods of destruction, and all that kind of fluff that we were getting from Weiss earlier in the series was wrong. But I'm just gonna say I do disagree. I feel like they're just gonna give us like, oh man, that's just a bunny. Like he does kind of look like a bunny.
It could very well just be a bunny because like this arc right now is giving us a lot of like stuff to talk about, but at the end of the day, it'll be something much simpler. I mean, for example, the female Broly one is the big one. It's the big elephant in the room. It's like, what even? What even?
What even? If you don't know what we're talking about, I'll show it to you guys. So I was just want to say, like, MJ is the one who pointed this out, right, to me. And it's crazy because you got like all these really quick flashes of all the teams or all the fighters going into this arc, and it just so weird because, like we already pointed out, they got their team shirts here in this image. You got like the leader in the front, the guy with the mustache, the BEERUS character in the back, and then right behind the leader you have Girl Broly. Now, obviously that's Girl Broly. She's got the bangs, she's got the hair in the back, she's got the earring. Why is she there? Like, for what reason is she on the Clown Gods team if this is the Clown Gods team? You got like 5 fighters here. You got the Deathstroke guy over here with the glowing eye. Personally, this is just my throw. I'm going to throw this into the mix. Think about what you will. I feel like because it's a clown god, and we've seen Super be very, very visual and very, very kind of on the nose with how they kind of put people together or name people. You had Goku Black, who had a rose transformation. You had a black rose, which symbolizes death, which kind of symbolized what Zamasu was trying to do. Clowns, by and large, throughout their whole mythology and their whole existence on Earth, in terms they're mischievous, they're kind of tricksters in one way or another. One thing I would really like to see is what if, because we know that she's kind of an homage to Broly, who was the legendary Super Saiyan. What if, because he's a trickster, maybe he's the weakest of all the gods of destruction. Maybe his universe is not ready or willing to actually go into like this situation and be like, oh man, like we can compete with Universe 6 or 7 or something, because God 2, man, they watch that. They know how strong Goku and Hit are. They don't know if they're going to have a chance. So what if this god is like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to all the other universes, and I'm going to utilize the day passes for people who are dead and got to keep their body, both good and evil, because we got to see in Super, they did establish that bad people get to keep their bodies, at least in some level, because Frieza was in the cocoon, and Frieza didn't have a halo. So maybe these are all evil people. And wouldn't it just be really funny to sit there and go, this girl really is the legendary Super Saiyan from Universe 7 that Vegeta always used to talk about, and how kind of on the head that would be in terms of she's the like a little girl's the legendary Super Saiyan, and she was kind of a bitch.
My theory on that is there's one thing that bugs me about thinking that she is for that same team. And I just do the fact, if you look at the image, which I'm sure you showed on the screen, you see the Bunny BEERUS thing, you see the guy, the alien guy, you see the Cable looking guy from Marvel, and then you see the walrus dude with the ears and the mustache, and then you see the Broly girl. If you notice, all those characters in the back have the same outfit on. Like they got the team shirts, but she doesn't. We've already seen her outfit. She does have a red shirt. I'll say that she does have a red shirt, but like with a team that's as organized as that one, obviously they got to be in the same team. You would think that she would have the same one. So I don't necessarily think that she is from that same team. I still think that she's probably going to be Universe 6 most likely. However, what would make sense is if she is from a different universe, if she did get plucked from Universe 6 and got taken somewhere else. Because if you remember, Kabe himself was like completely confused when he saw Saiyans transform. He was like, I've never seen this before. And you would think that if the girl is from Universe 6, somebody out there would know about her. Unless she was just stolen, kidnapped for whatever reason, and taken to another universe for, again, whatever reason, whether it's for this tournament or for something else that happened in the past. It could be possible that she is from Universe 6 and then got transported somewhere else. Or maybe, the clown god did just steal from Universe, 6, and this is the same team. But the only thing that bugs me is due to the fact that they're all wearing different outfits. I mean, they had the same outfits on, but she has a different one.
I know, and it just... it makes me so mad because the way they place that is so strategic. You just can't see what she's wearing. Now, we have seen what she's wearing, but we don't know like whether she changes clothes. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to change clothes or anything. I do like that idea. Like, mine's a little bit crazier about like utilizing the day passes, but every single series of Dragon Ball that's quote unquote officially canon has utilized the day passes in some way, shape, or form for a tournament. Make that very clear. For a tournament, they utilize day passes. And they exist, and obviously that's the law of whatever universe that's actually encompassing all of Dragon Ball. So maybe that's something, maybe like we kind of talked about in the past, like what if she is from Universe 6? What if they don't understand or they didn't revere the Super Saiyan as much as Universe 7 did because they're kind of more peaceful and everything. So instead of keeping her locked up or anything, they like literally sent her away. They got rid of her because they couldn't deal with it. And maybe, we saw Beerus and Champa and even Zamasu and everyone jumping from universe to universe. What if the clown god was just like, free baby? And like,
free baby.
Like seriously, but like, and what if he took her? Like, first of all, I really hope if she is on his team, I really hope the explanation is that she's just on their team and they took her from either death or some kind of stealing motion from something because they watched it on GodTube and they realized just how strong Saiyans were. They needed someone to be strong enough to actually fill out their roster. I really hope it's not she's on their team because there's Saiyans in every other universe. I feel like that's a disservice to the rules that have been, set up throughout the entire series thus far. So like you said, I think that is a really good point. It's really not great to speculate just on the intro itself. And I think before we started recording, you were pointing out that the one shot where we could see Hit and Magetta, there's seemingly characters from Universe 9 in there that we're going to be seeing fight really soon. So maybe they aren't putting everyone in teams in their own area.
Correct. I mean, for all you know, the way they set up this one shot is just to get us to talk about it. And look, it's working. We're talking about it.
Exactly.
Dude, at this point, Toei should know what their audience is. We see every little thing. We try to break stuff down and talk about it, and this is just basically word of mouth marketing for them. So they know what they're doing. They should know what they're doing at this point.
They definitely know what they're doing. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is something we're going to be talking about and really speculating over as much as we want in the next coming weeks. But I'll just say this, the one thing, if she ends up being on this team, tell me what you think about this. If she ends up being on this team, a lot of people have been speculating that she was Kaba's girlfriend or sister or, all these other ideas. If she's on another team and Kaba never knew about her, you want to see Sparks' romance fly? Like, that would be kind of...
I think it would be goofy, because the thing that reminds me of Kabe the most is he reminds me of Tarble. And if you remember, Tarble had a computer wife thing that was, like, completely different. I don't know how that works. So if we get a situation... Yeah, if you get a situation where it's Kabi and the female Saiyan, it would just be goofy because like she's so massive when she transforms, and Kabi is just so small and frail. I think it would just be funny.
No, I completely agree. First of all, Super has been a lot more, I guess, okay with the concept of shipping than any other Dragon Ball series. They focus on relationships a lot more. So putting this, even if it's for comedic effect, which would really hit really well in my opinion. So I would love to see that. And plus having Kaba basically just have that, oh my god, there's another Super Saiyan out there that he didn't know about that wasn't on Universe 6 is something that would really sell really hard. So
yeah.
But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Tell us what you think about this. Are we over-analyzing the fact that she seemingly is behind these guys with the team? She's in the triangle or rectangle of the team shirts. Does that mean that she's on their team? Obviously, if that is true, we are missing 5 other contestants from that universe, although they might not have 5 other contestants. I know they need 10, but there's no indication of whether they're all going to have 10. So
Right.
So let us know about that in the comment section below. Like always, please make sure to go check out Dino. Daily content for every Dragon Ball fan. Almost anything you can think of, guys. That guy works harder than anyone else in the community. Holy crap. So, yeah, guys, please make sure to go check him out if you haven't already. I highly doubt that you haven't. And make sure to rate, comment, subscribe on here. Share this video out to all your friends. And just tell us what you think. Bye.
Peace.